try in the morning, normally my first thought that comes to mind is, okay, I'm gonna have a good workout.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, nah, let's build on this shit. You know what I mean? Because when I'm waking up feeling good and I'm working out, and it's not normal for me to consistently wake up feeling energized and supercharged and just ready to go. Um, when I work out, it just depletes that, and I have just that small amount of energy that's there, and I'm starting to actually feel it, and engage with it. And when I work out, it goes right out the door. And I've experienced that over the last 3-4 months. I feel great after a workout for an hour or two, and then I start just getting tired throughout the day. 4 or 5 o'clock, I have to walk away from any studying I'm doing because just mentally I'm just tired. Physically, I'm tired. Um, Even though I'm not doing, a crazy, treacherous workout, but so now I'm just building on that. And like this morning, I feel good. I didn't go to bed until like 11 last night though, but totally worth it though. I'll get to that point in a second. But now, so I'm just building on it, dude. You know what I mean? So I'm just accumulating energy and awareness and love. And definitely, I think once I really fully am charged and I'm living with that battery being charged, then I'll have the ability to work out without it taking more than what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I thought for a while is, if I'm cutting back my workouts and working out just overall less and intensity's lower and I'm just lifting, I'm not doing any sort of aerobic activity that I can get away with still working out when I'm feeling tired. Hey, it may actually improve my energy, but it doesn't work that way at all, Not with how I work out, it maybe in other cases, but I still have to deadlift, fucking heavy shit.
Yeah, you make a great point. I love the feeling you get after you work out, and I always feel much better. But that cortisol release only lasts so long, and when your adrenal glands are already shot, it just makes you tired, like you said, and it's very hard to find the energy for like what life really requires of you when you're spending it on shit that just makes your ego happy. So, it's sick to look ripped and to be really fit, but then again, what we're doing in the world is we want to help other people become fit and healthy and strong, amongst a lot of other things spiritually. That takes a lot of energy, right? So my experience is I show up for a client and I may have worked out or I may have been working out a lot during the week and spending a lot of time on things that don't necessarily need to be done right away just because I'm afraid of not getting them done. And I'm gassed and I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. And really, my goal is to be able to show up fully for clients and then also learn to draw boundaries when I'm not ready to, when I'm not ready to fully take on other people's shit, which is not really my job, but it's easy to do.
I think you'll do a great job at it though. I love that part. I honestly love taking on people's shit and, kind of, organizing it, I guess, in a way that can come across to where I'm providing some sort of direction.
Yeah.
I think the best way to learn through other people's shit is most of the time, and Nicole mentioned this to me actually when we spoke last week. Normally, all the clients you're going to work with, you're working with those clients for more than the reason of them coming to you to get them out of pain or lose weight or put on muscle, etc. You're working with them because there's a part of them that you still need to heal in yourself.
Okay.
And on the other side, so that's part of the equation. The other part of the equation is there's a part in them that you've already healed in yourself, which is going to allow you to heal them.
Right.
So my point here that I'm getting to is just part of the last equation is the best way to provide direction and awareness for an individual when you're, scavenging through someone else's, I don't want to say garbage or shit because, it's shit that needs to be understood and learned from, is providing with experience more so than anything. Give them an experience that you personally went through in life, that they can relate to where they are able to actually see and feel the outcome. Because when you provide them with an experience that you've already learned and grown and achieved yourself, now they're able to see the person you are today, which is standing right in front of them. So it provides them with a better sense of awareness, because they feel more so that it is real with you there, more so than telling them a different sort of um, idea of some sort, or giving them an example that doesn't relate to your personal life. But if they're working with you, and for example, we're working with just getting off gluten, is they see your aesthetics, and you're an amazing, beautiful looking guy. They see the wisdom and knowledge you have, and you give them an idea like, until I was able to get off gluten, I had brain fog. I was dealing with GI issues. I wasn't able to sleep well, all these things. And now look at you. You're sleeping like a fucking rock. You're learning like, Albert Einstein. You look great. You're happy. So they're able to see the end result of you getting off gluten.
Right.
And rest assured, if somebody was telling me an example that they personally experienced in life in regards to maybe backing off the training and cycling and seeing how much clarity and energy they've been able to accumulate for themselves, and it's helped them eliminate GI issues, irritable moods, anxiety, depression, all these things. And if I was close to that person, rest assured, I feel like that would have been more embedded into my system for me to learn at an earlier state than when I did.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like when you provide someone with experience in that sort of direction, it takes less from you.
Mm-hmm.
Because you made a point there, it is draining. You're right. I mean, working with clients, for the majority of the clients you'll work with, take it as like a workout. It's an hour workout. It is, for sure. Because you're learning still, dude. You're fucking still learning. You and I are going to be learning for a long time with these sessions. And that burns glycogen, dude. It burns about, I think, 20% of our brain's glycogen learning and expressing ourselves in that sort of manner.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked with a quadriplegic 2 days ago, and that was like the scariest thing I've ever done. Actually, that was the first time I've been put in a situation where I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at all.
Yeah.
I worked with her for 2 hours, and I felt like I just got done working 24 hours straight, like a graveyard shift.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't really want to do much of anything, actually. I feel my brain just a little zapped, and a lot of it came from just the fact that I've never had to nurture or take care of someone like that. I've never been taught how to take care of a quadriplegic, how to lift somebody out of bed into their chair. I mean, it's hard, dude. It's hard lifting a 120-pound woman that's a quadriplegic, aside from lifting a 120-pound woman that isn't a quadriplegic. It's different. It's like lifting, the way I can give you an example, is like lifting a 200-pound dumbbell compared to lifting a 200-pound rock.
Yeah. Very well said. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was definitely not qualified for the position I was in, but I had to make the best of it, for sure.
Sure. Well, I appreciate everything you shared there. I feel like, when you're working with somebody who's offering to use something brand new, very difficult. I have clients like that nowadays that provoke from me insecurity and intimidation. But then again, like you said, as we learn and we continue to grow, it's the ability to apply what we've learned with confidence that really makes a big difference. And I've noticed the more confident I can deliver what I want to help a client with, and as you mentioned, kind of taking the time to accumulate your energy so that you're offering something of quality and rather than quantity in terms of your time. I think the bigger the difference it makes. And like you said, I think sharing our own journey is the most potent way to be influential and persuasive. I find that the more I rely on what I find in like a textbook or what I've read from manuals and the trainings I've done to clients, the less they can really relate to it. So my job is to learn how to communicate that in a really concise form. So what I heard from a golf coach the other day that I was working with, he was trying to describe to me what it's like to set up properly over the ball and aim towards your target. And he said, if I stood from the side and you pretended like the flag was a target and the club was a gun, and I stood from the side and I tried to lean over and shoot, eventually I'd be a little bit more accurate. It's not the same as if I stood behind it and aimed. So for me, instead of talking about swing plane and angle of attack and all this stuff that's crazy, uh, a simple analogy and metaphor like that can be really helpful. So uh, what you do really well that I appreciate is communicate through your videos in a way that for me, I can understand. And I'm sure that when you're working with clients or anybody's working with clients, to communicate with grace and ease is what allows them to connect emotionally. Our brain best remembers information that's emotionally charged, not just information that's expansive or intellectually rigorous. So, yeah, thank you for bringing up that point. I'm curious to hear what you have to think about that. And
Yeah, 100%. That's so. I mean, honestly, dude, the way I'm able to communicate with you is not. I wouldn't say different from when I'm working with my clients, but I still um, need to fall into my own sense of awareness and feeling when I'm working with my clients. I get a little anxious, excited, really excited in this. The excitement, in a way, um, overflows my awareness that I'm able to have as far as being in the moment, and I'm thinking too far ahead as far as what am I going to say, and what am I saying, is it going to make sense to them, is the analogy I'm going to use, are they going to be able to relate to it, um so that's still something I'm learning, and the more I work with the clients, the more I'm able to just be at ease, more so than anything. It's no different. I mean, that's the thing, it's really it's really fills up my happiness inside of me when I'm working with clients. So it shouldn't take away from, honestly, the quality of my presence. And when I am overly excited and like that, it is taken away from the quality that I have to be there right now. For sure. It is. I don't think anyone that I've worked with would be able to understand or relate to that, to be honest. But I know the capacity that I have, just like with my grammar and the way I pronounce words. And right now is actually, right now, from a 1 to a 10 is like a 5 or a 6, which is fucking amazing though, because normally it's like at a -2, So but at the same time, like with my dad and others, is they don't really notice, the inability to pronounce words, kind of tongue twisted, not able to translate a thought in a word.
yeah,
But for myself, I notice it so quickly that it shuts me off from wanting to even communicate and express myself.
yeah,
So a lot of it is, are we being realistic with ourselves? Are we listening more to our shadow that's telling us we're doing something wrong or not good enough?
mm,
I had a deep conversation. That's why I was up late last night. I had a conversation with a new friend I've actually established in the area. Um, this is some deep shit, dude. I wish we got this on fucking like phone video cord, actually. What he said, I've never, ever in my life thought I would have imagined this. Because the whole rainforest in Amazon, right?
right, sure,
Do you got time for this, dude?
yeah,
Fucking A, dude. Let me see if I could, accumulate my thoughts and translate them. So how the rainforest is everybody right now. I mean, literally everyone that. How do you not know about it though? Is like extremely hurt and torn by it.
sure, yeah,
So my friend's point of view is he thinks a lot of it is a lot of just bullshit.
uh-huh.
Why? Is because the earth is really indestructible,
Uh-huh.
and it does whatever it needs to do to adapt to situations like this.
Right,
Now, speaking about the rainforest, is number one, is how the fuck does a rainforest catch on fire?
uh-huh,
I mean, the majority of it is wet. There are dry parts of it for sure.
sure,
But you look at the geography of it, and literally about 75-80% of the whole rainforest is on fire. So that's a question. Interesting. I mean, there's so much that the government is hiding here. It's not even funny, and it makes you like, what do you believe?
right,
Second is things consistently reproduce,
mm-hmm.
and honestly, when things get burnt down, like forests, for example, it's actually a good thing. People look at it as a bad thing and it's
Right,
destructive and there's no way of it growing back, but it does, because that's sometimes how the seeds in these plants and trees are able to reproduce.
Yeah.
They need to get burnt down. Same with the animals too.
Yeah.
Really, it is. There will be a reproduction, and that right there is a new life of a new generation.
Mm.
So honestly, I think people need to look at it more so as a rebirth. Of
Mm.
course, it's very devastating what it's doing to people and the quality of the air, etc. I mean, it's even going deeper to the fucking oil and stuff. I mean, look at it. When people, I mean, really though, it's getting me started though. But when there's fucking oil spills in ocean, people look at the oil doing harm to the ocean. Okay, well, there's natural oil leaks that are in cracks in the ground, and that's when oil spurs up from the ground into the ocean, naturally, all over the fucking ocean. So having an oil spill in the ocean, it's really no big deal. But the chemicals they put in the ocean to dissolve the oil, that's a big fucking deal. But that's okay, right? Like, let's drink alcohol and kill each other and get upset and depressed, but let's not do DMT and connect to spirit,
Right.
for example. You know, what side do you want to fucking be on? You know, a lot of people are in the parade where they're drinking the alcohol,
Right.
and they're disconnecting from spirit.
Right.
And then they're paying attention to CNN news like it's their mom and dad telling them everything. You know?
Straight up.
So it made me think, and it put me in a situation where I was like, I think the earth, the world is like a brain, very intelligent brain, and it adapts, it learns, and it grows from all situations and events that happen on, you know, I mean, it's amazing though, really though, if you really look at it, honestly, how really the earth really is adapting and changing. And in certain areas, it looks like really the earth is starting to fall apart. You know, I think it really is if you're looking at it from that standpoint. But then if you look at it from the standpoint I just mentioned, as it's not falling apart, it's just reproducing.
Yeah.
It's going through the phases of reproduction, which take years, hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you know, it all goes back to the same question: is who is it who created the earth that we live in?
Right. Facts.
And that's a question I don't know yet. I haven't been able to connect long enough. I mean, for 26 years of my life, I was so anti-religion, so anti-God and anti-devil. I don't know what I was. And it wasn't until I just started doing the medicine about 8 months ago to where I was able to reconnect with spirit and reconnect with something that I felt like is higher than the power I have for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not saying God's a person or not a person, but I don't know. All I know is that really we are part of God for sure. And if we are all God, I don't know. So I don't know who's created it. I feel like we've definitely created it as well too. We're very intelligent, smart. But is there someone else, like a God person really, that who's created this whole world we live in, you know?
Sure.
And we're just part of it to maintain it?
Excellent question provoked, dude. I love that contribution. Makes me think every person is like a neurotransmitter within this global brain. And we all use to receive and give information based on where our inspiration lies, our beliefs, or condition, whatever it is. I believe we live in a time where we're moving from one dimension of consciousness to the next. And in layman's terms, that means we're going from this ego state of trying to serve ourselves to learning to serve others in the global community. And crises like the Amazon, like human trafficking, like poor sanitation, poor drinking water standards, not only in the United States, but throughout the globe, poverty, pollution, climate change. All these different crises are evoking this consciousness of needing to contribute to the greater whole. And there's a fucking excellent science behind this as well. This is not spiritual hoopty-doopty, la la la.
Good la la la.
Good la la la, dude. David Wilcock on his show Wisdom Teachings on Gaia.com has broken this down with excellent science and proof. Even NASA science that shows that we're moving into a photon belt of highly dense charged particles that represents a different state of consciousness. Has to do with the precession of the equinox, rotation of the sun around the galactic center. And as we move through these different phases of ascension and consciousness shift, which has been predicted in almost every ancient tradition, we go through these different stages of initiation, which, just like the dark night of the soul, is often a crisis or some sort of upheaval. And you make me think, and you provoke for me this thought of we get to this point of darkness where the only other option is light, right? Because we're so deep into darkness globally, collectively, and individually. It's almost like going out of one end of the spectrum and into the other end of the spectrum. So you push so far into the negative that it becomes like a double negative. You become positive. I really appreciate what you say about the global brain too, because neuroplasticity allows us to change the brain structure based on what we learn.
Yes.
Here's the caveat to that, though. As we all collectively change our individual approach to consciousness, what happens in my experience is that everyone still lives in their own universe. So those people who you said watch CNN, those people who consume mass media, who are not aware of themselves, use alcohol to numb their pain, who are walking around as broken children pretending to be adults, who are too afraid to confront their childhood, who are too afraid to confront their darkness and their shadow. They live in a universe where what they believe is true. And what happens is when each individual universe agrees with the other, you get a collective consciousness. So that means each individual living in this false world of reading what they see in the newspaper or on the news and believing it's true becomes the norm. Here's the other caveat to that.
Fucking A, dude.
Although it's huge and although there's a lot of mass agreement, the power of that darkness is nil to the power of one universe projecting out light. And as we know with our Czech community, as we know with the community of holistic practitioners, spiritual divers, adventurers, even people who aren't spiritual but are just good-hearted, kind people, what they project out and what we connect together is light years more powerful in changing the global consciousness and that neuroplasticity than any amount of darkness can put together. So as you said with your medicine journey, I don't know if there's a bigger God or everyone's God or it's all true at the same time, but my belief is, my real heart-centered belief is that everyone is a version of God. And if you take every universe and every belief and every thought and every emotion and you combine it together and you make it one, that's what God is. And as Paul would say, that equals zero, because it's the presence of everything and nothing at the same time.
Yeah, you explained it better than Paul did, though. Probably because I can understand and relate to you, and I have more connection towards you for sure. I've just questioned so many things Paul said lately a little bit. Not in a bad way, anything like that. It's just been hard for me to relate to it though. But yeah, for sure. I'll have to check out Kim. Who's it? David
Wilcock. People think he's a quack, but he's smart. He's just arrogant, so it's all right.
Dude, usually what people think who are the biggest quacks are honestly the most intelligent people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because they stand out. They're not in the fucking parade.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah. So it really understanding that and everything like that with, like, for example, the rainforest reproduction and the earth and everything like that. Yeah, you know, that's the thing is, honestly, it's been some time since I've really done a lot of medicine. I plan to this weekend though, actually. I don't know what day, maybe Saturday or Sunday though, but I definitely, you know what I'm actually going to be doing is actually, I'm going to really get into, when I say get into, I don't mean like, fucking do it every day, but I'm really going to start digging deep more so into the literature and research from hundreds of years ago about DMT.
Okay.
I think there's an infinite amount of potential that can be achieved through using DMT in certain situations if you have certain right intentions, and if you have the right setting and the right people around you. You know, yeah. So it's something that I'm going to learn, and so I could have a better understanding and appreciation for once you have the wisdom and knowledge, and then create a setting, for example, like with my dad there, or a close friend that's able to understand and listen. But I don't want someone just to listen to my experience and what I felt and saw throughout my journey. I want someone to listen and put into consideration that it's something that's real.
Yeah.
Two different things. I don't want a fucking listener. I want someone that's going to listen and acknowledge what I'm saying, because it's so different when you're expressing yourself and you know that other person is understanding or open-minded to what you're saying and will have some sort of a thought that maybe what you're saying is real. It's like, I look up to you so much, man. If you're to tell me that unicorns and fucking zebras exist where you live, I would believe you. I would believe you, though. That's how powerful your thoughts and feelings are over mine. It's like, you remember when we were talking last week and I saw a mountain lion?
Yeah.
You had no proof I saw a mountain lion.
Right.
But you believed I saw a mountain lion.
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot of it came through my expressions and my emotions and what I saw, but it's what I saw, not what you saw. But you believed I saw a mountain lion.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's just crazy how, and this is going because look how deep it goes when you're connected with someone and their point of view or emotions and feeling changes your emotions and feeling, which change your life for sure. I mean, really, if there was unicorns and zebras where you live, it changed my life. No, and it'd be something I would definitely believe and be open-minded to. So
Right.
I want somebody to listen to me when I'm done with the medicine.
Yeah.
That is going to listen to me the way I am explaining myself to you right now.
Right.
That right there allows the medicine to actually take effect.
Right.
But if you don't have that and you're just fucking going off in another galaxy in La La Land, which is definitely possible with it, and you think everything is hunky-dory and you walk around like you are God, honestly, it's only a matter of time that it's going to lose its potency and you're going to have to go right back to the medicine again to get you back to where you originally were.
Right.
But if you know how to use it, which I think everyone learns how to use it differently, whatever works for you, but at least through my experiences, is when I've been able to actually grow from it and feel like the medicine is actually a part of me now, it's flowing through my blood, is when I've been able to connect and have my dad there and talk with him or feel him. But then when I've done it on my own, it's honestly providing me with an experience that where I didn't even learn from. And it makes it like, why am I doing it? You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's, it's like, it's just like, I don't think the medicine's for everyone, especially depending on where they're at in their life. But, you know, it's like, if you don't have an appreciation for it, don't do it. If you don't have appreciation for anything, why do it? You know what I mean? It takes the energy out of what you're doing. You know what I mean? And it makes what you're doing seem like it's not a good thing. It's like a lot of people don't appreciate cannabis. Cannabis is plant medicine, though. When I say you do plant medicine, I mean, a lot of people think of cannabis right away. They don't think I'm talking about ayahuasca and DMT. Right. You know, that right there is so far out there, which I'm sure soon it will be talked about more. Right. But cannabis is a strong medicine. I mean, honestly, I love cannabis.
Yeah.
But now that I appreciate and understand its medicinal effects on you, it makes me look at it and use it in a different form more so than just getting high to fucking sleep. That's neglecting the medicine, I think.
Right. I agree.
I use it to expand my creativity in order for me to connect both sides of the rainbow together.
Yeah. Yeah. Very well said.
You know? In order for me to add more color to that fucking painting. That's what I use it for.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's its medicine for me. But a lot of people don't have it. That's why cannabis still, to this day, people are against, just as against as people are for it.
Right.
Because people don't appreciate it, and it makes it look bad because it's taking the positive energy out of the medicine.
Right. Right. And it's not used as medicine.
It's not used as medicine. And people look at it that way and they judge it that way.
Right.
Media, news, etc. You know, and I don't know when the fuck DMT slipped off the stream of turning into being one of the most harmful and detrimental drugs you can do for yourself. I mean, I've never talked to somebody that's done DMT and I've heard them say, I fucking hate life. You know what I mean? I'm not happy or something like that. You know what I mean? And honestly, 90% of people that use alcohol, they're not happy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I mean, really, DMT really does provide us with the ability to reconnect the soul.
Right.
But I'm not saying that's the only way to reconnect the soul. You could do it through, honestly, meditation alone is way more powerful than DMT.
For
100
sure.
times. The DMT allows you to reconnect the soul in order for you to reconnect to yourself, in order for you to honestly engage in actual true fucking meditation.
Right.
I mean, our society thinks they all meditate and they're spiritual. They're thinking it, not feeling it. It
Right.
sounds cool to say you're spiritual.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're fucking still watching Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. They're not spiritual, you know? Fuck that.
I love it. Oh my god. Well, yeah, dude, you're so right on with that. I mean, think about it. Like, if spirituality is a fad and it gives anybody like a shred of self-worth, people jump on that train, no problem. They don't even have to necessarily. People will call themselves spiritual and will just be absolutely hammered when they're trying to tell that to me. I've had that experience before. They're sloshed and they're like, I'm into transcendentalism. It's like, and you're drunk. You don't know what transcendentalism is. And that's my problem with alcohol, is people think that just partying and having fun is part of the culture, right? Which is okay, whatever. But they don't understand the impact of what alcohol does to their spirit. And because they don't even know, most people think it's bullshit, spirit doesn't exist. That's fine. They don't understand that spirit is their personality, spirit is their lifestyle, spirit is their approach to life, it's their happiness. I mean, different words for the same thing, right? So let's just reframe that for people who drink a lot. Alcohol limits your ability to be happy. Alcohol changes your personality. Alcohol changes your lifestyle habits, right? We call that spirit. They call it fucking life. Either way, you make a great point. It's like, these medicines, these plant medicines are so powerful. They'll put you in a blender and stir you up really quickly, just to spit you right back out into the same body and have you, be a completely new, different person. But yeah, go ahead.
No, you said it really well. It's like this. Our society are so hooked on doing these liver cleanses and detoxes and shit like this.
Right.
When they don't have the right nutrition on board in order for them to naturally detox, the best thing for them to do is just eat fucking real food. Then they'll naturally detox instead of purchasing hundreds of dollars for his fucking cleanse.
Right.
Restore 60, by the way, off topic or in topic, Restore 60 that Jatora created is outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Everything that he has included into it, plus, is amazing. I think it's brilliant what he's doing, and it's great that he's providing the support with an open group setting in order for everyone to connect, for sure. I just, I feel like I'm honestly kind of doing something similar with Nicole. I mean, we're able to have that connection. We talk not weekly anymore, but at least once or twice a month. But she's still there for me anytime via email or text, unless I would do the Restore 60 with Jator for sure, which I would love to look into doing it just so I can communicate with everyone else and still grow as others grow too. Because what you heal in yourself, you heal in others.
Yes.
What was it though that I was going to say? I think it was in regards to the whole alcohol thing you're mentioning.
Yeah.
And stuff like that with the DMT. Oh yeah. So if you do a cleanse, a detox, and your body can't actually detox, you honestly get more fucked up than you were initially, right?
Right.
Because your body's releasing all these toxins and chemicals, and your body doesn't know what to do with it. So it's just like, let's have a party and float around the body. It doesn't know where to go. So you do more harm than good. If you don't appreciate the medicine and you're looking at it from more so a high or it's going to change you and just automatically create a different person, that's like doing a detox and not having your detoxification system going. It will do more harm than good. It's going to set you up for a false feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, my dad's only done medicine twice. And in his first time, it definitely released a lot. And he returned back home and it was a different guy for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Returned right back to him, his same old loving self though, still, but still returned back to himself as far as reacting to situations the same way, getting overly stressed, which he has a very stressful life, but it's being stressed over having the stressful life isn't going to change the stress.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to voice my opinion on what I think he should do with his life because I listen to everything he tells me that I should do with my life to a certain degree, because I'm just so connected to him to where he's so connected to me that I really feel like he's been in a lot of situations I've been in,
Mm-hmm.
that if I really do listen to him and take my own experience and my own feeling with it, then it really is going to provide me with the right answer or direction I need to go. You know what I mean? For sure. I mean, you know, that saying, like, your parents always know best. To a certain degree, they really do. You know, it's crazy. That's just how crazy parents are for us, mom and dad.
Right.
For sure. My dad was telling me to quit cycling years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and if I quit cycling years ago, I mean, definitely life would be fucking grand would be amazing, but it would definitely be different than how it is now, you know. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't have embedded myself into a certain situation of being unhealthy to the extent I was if I listened to him, you know what I mean? And I didn't, because I was listening to my ego more so than honestly being open to what's my dad saying or feeling more so, you know. But yeah, dude, going back to the medicine, it's only last night I actually started to think more about this, that, you know, I mean, I know you aren't going to judge me or anything like that. Of course, I said it to someone else, they're going to think I'm turning into a drug addict, but I am definitely planning on really, really experimenting and learning and growing and seeing how far you can go with DMT.
Mm.
And I am going to be going in with 2 very, very deep intentions. Sorry, dude. I mean, I'm in the forest and a big ass tree just fell down. Seeing, you're gonna believe it, you know. But really, one did though. Without fucking with you. But intention 1 is I'm gonna reconnect to my mom. And lately, I've been trying to connect to my mom, but I've always felt that I need to heal my mom. She's hurt, she's in pain, but that's wrong. She's not in pain anymore. She has nothing but unconditional love for herself. She's an angel. So I need to allow her to heal me and provide me with that nurture and love. And I've had the understanding that I need to provide my mom with that for me to heal. But how can I give my mom that if I don't have it?
Right.
But my mom has it. For sure. For sure. So reconnect with my mom and establish that relationship with her here with me, and allow her to nurture me, comfort me, hug me, love me, kiss me, cook me chicken's fucking soup. I don't know. Intention number 2 is to connect with the higher source, the divine, and see where that takes me. This is too fucking good though, dude. You know why? Dude?
Great chat. I'm so excited.
I see it's on record too up top on the right.
Oh, dude, I've been recording since the beginning, dude.
Fucking A. But you know what's even better though? Have you seen the movie Joe Dirt?
No.
You've not seen Joe Dirt?
No, dude.
Dude, you gotta watch Joe Dirt.
Okay.
It's honestly, it's you know, it's not a soap opera. It's not on Gaia TV, but it's a good show. But he's got a mullet.
Okay.
Joe Dirt, but what you have behind you in your background when you sit up, it looks like you got a mullet. So it reminds you of Joe Dirt. Like, screenshot yourself. It looks like you got a mullet. You're a good looking guy with a mullet though. Fuck, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, did Rob hit you up about you, Eddie, and Rob and I myself flying out to Virginia and going up to his parents' house?
To Vermont. Don't fly to Virginia.
Vermont.
Guys, I'm here in Virginia. Oh, bro.
The wrong state.
You FaceTime us from the airport. You're doing G circles. You're like, I'll be waiting for you guys. We're like, dude, we're like.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, he did. I think I might be leaving for Hawaii at that time, but I'll have to double check.
Okay. I don't think we can't do it without you, though.
Oh, dude, that's sweet. I appreciate
So maybe we'll take it to Hawaii.
it. Let me quickly go use the restroom, and then I'll.
What time is it?
10.
Oh, it's actually 9:20. I gotta get jamming.
Okay. All right.
Hallelujah, dude.
Oh, that was bomb, dude.
Fuck, dude. Send this to me though.
I will, absolutely. I'll send it right now.
Thank you so much, dude. In like an hour, I'm going to a qigong healing session.
Sweet.
But you know what, dude?
What?
I fucking just got one right now, dude. Thank you. Fucking A, dude.
Fucking A, dude. That was awesome.
This is what I'm talking about, dude. You definitely hollered back at you, boy.
Dude, I heard the holler back, and I hollered back right back at it.
Thank you, my man.
Thank you, my brother.
Seriously, though, dude. Yeah, dude. It's amazing, honestly, how much you've grown lately, for sure. Yeah. It's amazing, though, how much, honestly, you've grown from the day I met you. You know? And I had so much excitement and inspiration for you, you know? But just with the GI stuff, what you're saying with your clients, with Dr. Quiet, and being aware on how much it takes from you mentally, spiritually, and emotionally when you're working with your clients, and honestly expressing yourself that you have a lot of work to still do and a lot of healing to do personally before you can honestly be the coach you want to be for your clients, you know? And that's something that a lot of people don't do, because in order to do that, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. And realize that really every day is an opportunity to continue to love yourself more and grow. You know, it's an amazing feeling that you love yourself, but it's nice to know too that it doesn't stop.
Right.
Why stop it? You know, I mean, everything has an infinite amount of potential. Every fucking thing.
Right.
You know, aside from rap music, you know, but musicians, artists, actors, everything is consistently improving. Yeah. For sure.
I feel like I love rap music, dude. We have to talk about that sometime.
I've been listening to, you know what, dude? I'm gonna go listen to some DMX right now, dude. Fucking Rough Riders, dude. Is that what you're talking about, rap music, or?
You're killing me, dude. That.
Oh, dude, I used to own every rap album possible, dude.
That's so cool.
I grew up on rap, dude. I grew up on Eminem, Slim Shady, and I grew up on that stuff, dude. So I can relate. Rap music is good. But you know what, dude? I'm happy you mentioned that. In a few minutes speaking on top of this, though, is I felt, you know, to go back to listen to rap music is going to take away from me being spiritual.
Very interesting.
Yeah, which has taken away from my happiness, though. You know, but now in the car, I get alerts on my Spotify that, you know, my favorite rap music artist a year ago, for example, that I used to always follow, and I still do, came out the new album.
Yeah.
And just out of, you know, just spite, I clicked on it, and I was listening to some new ASAP Rocky, I think.
Uh-huh.
You know, ASAP Rocky. I'm like, this is fucking good, dude. I want to change it. But I really don't. So I ended up playing the song about 10 times. Same song, and it felt good. It allowed me to reconnect to that beat inside my soul.
Right. Oh, dude, this is so brilliant. Oh, we're going to continue to fire up these fire conversations.
Fucking A. So part 2, rap music. That's a good topic, dude. That's a good one.
Oh, I love it, dude. Oh, this is so exciting.
Fucking A, dude. I know. You know what, dude? Better idea. You know what, dude? I'll reach out to Jator and see if us 3 can do like a session on rap music. I'd love to know his opinion, because I know he listens to some kind of hip hop and rap, and I'm like, what's he doing listening to this shit?
Right.
You know? So I'd love for him to get involved and express his feeling.
Okay. I love it, dude. Just to cap it off, I just want to say that equally to as much as you look up to me and have learned from me, I could not look up and be more proud of any individual that I've met recently than you, man. I view you as like a real shining light in my life because you offer to me such clarity and such wisdom omnipotently, and you don't cease to be yourself to the fullest. And I admire that so much because you've committed yourself fully to what you believe in, what makes that heart beat. And to see that, to watch that, to experience it and communicate with it is such a great gift and a blessing, man. So I'm just grateful for you, man. Continue to shine. I love you so much. And this is just a
Thanks.
blessing.
Thanks, my man. Thank you, dude. Thank you. It's been the nicest thing that's ever been said to me, for sure.
Thank
Absolutely. You know, absolutely, dude. You know, there's so much that I want to say on top of that, but then we'd be talking for another hour. And I'm sure I'll have other thoughts and things that come up, but you know,
Uh-huh.
thank you though, for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my man, for sure. You know, I definitely had no idea or feeling that someone else aside from my dad would impact my life and be so crucial to my capacity of love.
Mm.
And you know, and you're definitely a part of that for sure.
Mm.
You really are, dude. I don't think there's anyone else out there that I can relate to, talk to, express myself to, and listen to you express yourself to me the way you and I do.
Mm.
It's a very, very special situation and relationship you and I have for sure.
Yeah.
You know, it goes way further than best friends, you know, it really does. Yeah, absolutely. Because even if I was to express myself where I'm asking you a question where I want your opinion, and your opinion completely is, it differs from my opinion or my thought on what I want to do. Your opinion is so powerful that I would put it into consideration, which would still provide me with the clarity to make the right decision.
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm.
that shows me though that I am so open to still learning and growing, even if it differs from how I feel like I want to or need to learn and grow.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I mean, honestly, if connecting to religion, for example, it really is going to really provide you with that love and comfort, and
Mm.
don't bullshit yourself. Why is that wrong though? But
Mm.
if you have those, like, for example, those beliefs that no, you know, I'm not talking, you know, how Catholic and Christian churches are now these days. It's not really a church, you know, but going back to honestly the real teachings of Christian and Catholic, that right there alone is could be someone's spiritual journey out right there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the guy I was talking to last night on the phone, he's Catholic, you
Mm.
know, but he's still very spiritual about it
Mm-hmm.
for sure, because that his experience, through his experience, he believes that there's a higher power.
Yeah.
You know, and he has friends that are atheists. You
Mm.
know what I mean? So that shows you though that, you know, that right there, I think, is real religion, is when everyone could come together and be open and express themselves and express the experience they have, and not look at it as wrong or different. It's just someone else's experience, and the truth really is what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's always going to be a question on top of an answer.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that I think's been able to just leave it at the answer is Albert Einstein.
Mm.
But aside from that, and Carl Jung. But aside from that, is normally whenever there's an answer, people are asking a question on top of the answer, and it just goes and goes and goes. I mean, that's what science is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm.
thanks, my man.
Thank you.
I hope you didn't, you know, probably still need to pee.
Dude, I need to pee so badly, but that was so good.
I do too though, dude. I haven't even had my I normally pee like 3 times in the morning.
Yeah.
So right now it'd be my only second one. That shows you how bad I gotta go. But I don't even feel it though.
Dude, I love you so much.
So watch Joe Dirt.
I will watch Joe Dirt with my mullet.
Fucking A, and I'll watch that Gaia thing. David Wilcock.
Please do.
All right, my man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, my man.
Peace.